Welcome to episode 2 of R&A
Airsoft Reviews.
We're here to bring you a couple of new guns this week. The A&K Magpul licensed Masada. And what have you brought for us today, my friend? That doesn't look like an airsoft gun.
It's not, it's real. It's a 1943 Mosin Nagant, one of the most common rifles for collectors to start out with.
Well, I'll let you take the floor on this one first, and then we'll finish up with the ACO.
Right here we have the Mosin Nagant, as I mentioned earlier. It's an excellent rifle, you know. Unfortunately, we won't be able to test fire today, because instead of 6mm BBs, it fires these high-powered 7.62x54R cartridges. Now, I could fire it here, but it would piss off the neighbors and a whole lot of other federal authorities, so that's not going to happen today. But, beyond that, it's only about a 22-inch barrel. It's got 3 grooves, 3 lands, you know, the basics of any old rifle. It was a mainstay firearm of Soviet armies from 1893, 1891 until about 1975, when it was replaced by the Dragunov. Now the Dragunov fires the same cartridge. But yeah, like I said, not going to shoot this today, unfortunately. But I do shoot it on a relatively regular basis. Ammunition's pretty easy to get hold of. So, another day perhaps. So, yeah, for now we'll just, we'll do the ACR, I guess. Because, let's face it, this is a paramilitary death machine nowadays, so this isn't going to happen.
Now for the Airsoft and R&A Airsoft Reviews. This is the A&K Magpul Masada. It's fully licensed, individual serial numbers, ignore this. It's got an individual Magpul sticker on it with the serial number on it. It's got another individual serial number here. 2 flip-up sights for your cosmetics with a windage and elevation dials. Extendable stock, adjustable cheek rest, batteries in the foregrip. It's a lot easier than on my first video, the L85. This is a lot easier, but it takes 2 people and a hammer to get the foregrip off.
In other words, my dick.
The only thing I can say I don't like about it is when you rip the hammer back or the slide back, it locks automatically, which no big deal, problem solved. Your bolt catch is right here. Magazine release, full ambidextrous design, semi-automatic and full. I don't have a full power battery in it. It's only an 8.4 volt, 1100 milliamp an hour battery. It's not great, but it's got a half decent firing rate, and it puts it on the field.
Put a hole in my wrist.
This gun doesn't come with a battery. Only drawback. The sights aren't bad. Of course, the stupid orange flash hider, which we know how Andy feels about this.
Federal law says you have to have that.
Other than that, I've only had it for about a day and a half now, and I'm in love with it. I really am. I found that along with the standard Magpul design M4 type mag, the high cap magazine that came with my L85 fits, locks,
Made by Army Armaments, by the way.
drops, thank you, and as you can see with the new clear plastic breech it has, feeds perfectly. I haven't tested it yet, so I can't honestly say that it feeds perfectly, but since me and Andy over here already exhausted this one, I guess we get to test it in the firing range. So, which surprisingly enough, the firing range. As you can see, we've already peppered the shit out of it. These are .20 gram BBs. They're Crossman. They're half decent, and I plan on getting some 2.5 Matrix before the end of the week. it's, I don't know, what would you say? About 500, 600 rounds a minute is what it's firing now.
I'd cut it back close to 300.
Again, slower battery, 425 FPS I think is what the site said. We need to invest in a chronograph, so...
Only about $65 on e-bike.
But,
product placement.
but other than that, it's real smooth. There's places I'm thinking about getting lubed up. For example, if you can tell, the bolt kind of snags a little bit, and the bolt catch is getting stiff. I think it's just because I've been playing with it.
Yeah, usually things get stiff when you play with them too long.
But the nice things is the rear sight is collapsible. It sets itself in real nice, and all it takes is a little flick of the thumb, and your rear sight's up. Your front sight, though, you can see we can push this little button here all day, and the only reason it popped out is because of gravity. As you can see, if I do it again, this way, ain't going nowhere. But the nice part is you can just give it the flick. She's out and ready to go. While he manhandles that, we're going to get the range set up and get ready to go. Okay, well, like we said, here's our test fire video of the A&K Magpul Masada ACR. I personally like my stock back, cosmetics. Now, we're just going to do on me for a quick firing test so you can hear how everything's working. Then I'm going to have my buddy zoom in on the box, and we'll so you can see a little bit of the range, or the accuracy. Ready? Okay, on single fire. And my favorite, full auto. I think it's a couple clear hits, wouldn't you say?
I'd say so.
Okay, you want to zoom in on it now?
Aye.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the white bottle. Come on, there we go. The light BBs aren't cutting it, I'll admit it right now. We need some denser stuff.
Oh sure, blame the gun, blame the ammo.
Okay, well, there you have it. And since we went hog wild and exhausted the rest of our ammo, we're going to give our fond farewells until the next episode of R&A
Airsoft Reviews.
Found it, brother.